We decided to sell $10 million worth of real estate in 2024. The reason is we've always been a contrarian. In 2020, when everybody was getting paychecks from the government and everybody had a lot of money, we were dumping money in everything we could possibly think of. We were buying businesses, real estate, bitcoins, gold, silvers, you freaking name it. We wanted to get rid of the cash as fast as possible. Now that everybody's cash poor and everybody says, let's keep buying real estate, it's gonna keep going up, the rents are gonna be going up, we're getting rid of it, some of it, not all of it. We wanted to make sure we have money in the pocket, just because if there's gonna be an opportunity, we wanna hop on it.
It's a big wave coming, big wave. I just don't know what kind of wave, but it's gonna be very interesting. I think it's something that has to crack. I see a lot of things are cracking. I'm really happy that we're taking very contrarian path. We're not doing what the majority of the people are doing it. I don't believe in like saving money and all that stuff. We're just repositioning where we are investing, and that's the key. As long as you stay on a different path of everybody else, you'll be ahead. Just like when they started printing money, literally, I remember when COVID started, a month in, we were buying properties because people were scared. Tenants not paying rent. We were going heavy. I'm talking about we were not doing anything but real estate.
Correct.
Right now, we could do completely opposite, and we're cashing out on a lot of good chips.
Yeah, so again, if you're holding some sort of a portfolio, if you're in the car business, you have a couple of cars, if you have real estate, a couple of businesses, get rid of some of the stuff that you don't want to hold for the next 10 years. Get some money into your bank or mattress or wherever you hold the money at, and make sure if there is an opportunity in the future, which we believe it is. Again, we're not selling everything. We're not selling all the cars that we drive, all the houses, like producing very cash heavy a month. We are getting rid of some properties that we can invest in the future. So a lot of people believe that the government is going to come up with some sort of a program and they're gonna pump money back into the economy. Nobody has cash right now except the ultra wealthy people. So what we're trying to do is always be contrarians and have money, because in case that does not happen, in case the government doesn't bring in money and give it to the people, the rates are super high, people are losing jobs, the companies are tightening up. If you look at the restaurant industry, which is an indicator of the economy, not a lot of people out there right now, Monday, Tuesdays, Wednesdays. When COVID happened, every day it was a Saturday. It's not happening now. So we're looking at the economy and saying, hey, it's good to have some money in the bank in case there will be a recession.
Yeah, I think the simplest way to explain like what properties we're selling, because there's certain properties we're not selling. So there's two types of properties that we hold in our portfolio. There's a heavy cash flow properties and the price appreciation properties. Those single homes that we bought, let's say 5 years ago, they're appreciating properties. Florida properties, appreciating assets, long cash flow. And anything that's multi-units, like 5, 6, 9, those are heavy cash flow properties. I think that appreciating properties, it's time to sell. This is obviously not a financial advice, but this is what we do, because I don't think properties will be appreciating in value. But then again, you don't want to sell that's giving you cash flow. Because to me, at the end of the day, I don't think cash is king. I think cash flow is king. So that's the main thing people need to focus on just restructuring. Because it's like, sounds like terrible. Why would you be selling real estate? I thought real estate was a passion. We just restructuring certain properties. This is the time you can sell some of the bad properties. It doesn't have to be good or appreciating properties.
Yeah, and we always like to stare at the problem right in the face and not sugarcoat anything. Even if all of your properties are great properties, there is still some better ones, and there's some still the ones that are not as good. So we're just looking at the ones that are not as good, putting them on the market. We're selling them pretty fast. In Philadelphia, we've been getting over asking price or asking price at the minimum. So what does that tell you? That tells you that there's still people out there that think it's gonna keep going up and up and up and up. We don't think so. We obviously did really well during the COVID times. We 10x, we added another zero to our net worth. We're thinking about taking some chips from the table and doing it again one more time.
Money loves speed. The faster you realize and the faster you move wins. Anybody that I see just moves fast. If anything happens, they just either sell, buy, They don't wait for it like, oh, let me think about it. They just gotta, you can't just know everything. Like we didn't know what was happening when COVID started, right? But you have to like think, analyze, and move quick, regardless what it is. It's like right now, you know something's gonna happen.
Yeah, you can't go on forever like this.
Yeah.
So what will happen? We can't tell. We're not fortune tellers, even though maybe that we should open another business, palm reading or something like that. But what we're doing is we making sure we're positioning ourselves. If there is an opportunity, we can benefit from it.
Yeah, and it's not just real estate. I think it's going to be much more opportunity in buying a business. Businesses like it's going to be cash flow negative. It'll be the biggest opportunity. That's what I think the crash could happen. You know, like 2000 was a stock market crash. 7 was a real estate crash. I think this market will be a business crash where people will be able to buy pennies on the dollar buying specifically businesses.
That's an interesting take. And I think it also has to do with because the real estate went up, the rents went up. So if let's say you have a business and your rents are $20,000, $30,000, and now you just want to get out just because you don't want to ruin your personal credit scores, the personal guarantees. So you'll be able to buy manufacturing or some other stuff or plazas that have businesses in them just so they want to get out just if you take over the rents. I think that's a really good point. Yeah.
So like that's another thing. If you're in the business, your cash flow is not strong, or you like barely making some money, just be careful. Be careful because there's a wave coming. You got to be ready. You got to either have a lot of cash flow in the business that's super strong and solid, or a lot of money sitting in a bank account that you can be able to sustain the payroll.
I mean, one thing is for sure, we're selling $10 million worth of properties. Again, just so we can have some money in the bank, because there will be opportunities we believe in this year, maybe upcoming year, where that money is gonna multiply tremendously. So I mean, you guys, we're putting it out there. Once it's on the internet, you can't delete. So we're putting out there that we think it's important to make sure that you have. And guess what? If we're wrong, we're still gonna be all right. We promise you that. But I feel like this was gonna be a good opportunity. So if you guys watching on the verge, if you should, again, take some chips off your table if you can. If you think otherwise, great, good for you. Maybe you're right. Maybe we're right. Well, time will tell.
Yeah,
so that's a big one.
Yeah, we're trying to position ourselves to be ready for 2025. So 2025, we want to double down on multi-unit apartment complexes, most likely. I would say mid 2025.